Just want you to know that your target could be like 4 inches around, and your two triangles, one for your object ball, one for your cue ball, both need to have a point to them, and you put that right at where the ball's touching the table, so you're pretty precise. Hello, this is Johnny Henson. This is a drill that I've used to teach hundreds of players how to either be table runners or increase their running percentages. I think it is a drill that was originally developed by Willie Mosconi. And now keep in mind his target was a lot smaller. It was like a two-inch piece of paper. But he used the similar system when he was a world champion. The purpose of this is you're always going to be marking your object ball, marking your cue ball with a little arrow going underneath the center of the ball. And you're always going to put the markers to where you won't roll over them. Okay? With that being said, that means that your target is the big round thing that's up on the rail. Now, if you're going to be rolling over the top of that rail, that target, then you want to put it up out of the way. So you pick a target on your rail itself instead of that. That's why I had it up on the rail. So you don't end up rolling over the top of it. Because when it rolls over the top of it, it alters the way the cue ball rolls. And so you want to roll on top of it. Yes, I mean that's fun. But on simple shots that where you're really trying to leave your cue ball a certain place, I recommend throwing your target up on the rail, maybe using the line that you have on that round piece of paper on your round target to basically show where the cue ball is going to hit the rail, and that's your target, is hitting that rail on that spot. Okay, so now we're going to shoot this ball, come off the rail. We're going to leave an angle on the 3 because I want to leave an angle on the 3 so that I can get on the other side of the 4. And so naturally I'll be marking the cue ball and marking the object ball. Now keep in mind, you're always marking the object ball on the side in which the cue ball is not going to roll. So your cue ball should never hit your object ball and roll over your marker. You notice that the cue ball is going to go to the left, so I put the marker on the right. Where your cue ball is sitting, it just as long as it's not in your direct path, where if you're trying to do some draw or whatever, you're not running into your marker. And and you can adjust your marker. You can take a look at the shot. You can adjust where your target for your cue ball is going to be, and you can adjust that. And then when you get down to shoot, you want to be committed to that shot. Okay, so straight back, straight forward, and I should roll up pretty close to the target. Well, I probably rolled on top of the target. If you're on top of the target, then what you do is you just lift up the cue ball, and you just move your target out from underneath it, and you mark where your cue ball is with your little marker, and you mark where your object ball is. Now keep in mind, I'm coming towards you with the cue ball. After I hit the 4, I'm going to be coming towards you, so my marker is going to be on the other side of the ball. So never let your cue ball roll over the top of that marker on your object ball. And you'll get used to that, And the reason is you want to be able to, now because my target is going to be right there by the ball, I'm going to try to do basically a stop shot. So I have my little line pointed at where the center of the ball would be, which would be, I'm basically just saying I'm going to stop the ball is what it amounts to. So I put a target on every ball, and even if I don't want the actual target cloth to be where I'm at. You see, I left it dead center on that. And so so I'm trying to execute a perfect shot each time. And this is training me to not get lackadaisical or sloppy. I mean, how many times do you have a simple shot in a corner pocket or a side pocket, and you should leave yourself duck city? But you don't, because you didn't really have a target for your cue ball, so you made the easy shot, but then you left your cue ball in Egypt, and that maybe that stopped your run, maybe that cost you the match, maybe it cost you a league match, or or it might have cost you a tournament. I mean, so these little misses, this drill will train you on how to quit making those little mental mistakes with your cue ball after the fact. Okay, now on this particular shot, I actually shot it. I wanted to hit the rail, but I ended up going a little bit further up table than I wanted to. But when I got to looking, I realized my angle on the 6 to get to the 9 would be benefited if I went further up. So I moved my target further up the rail. And on this one, I drew off the ball. And I ended up just leaving it perfect. Okay? Now, the thing of it is I just want you to know that this drill, I've been using this drill for 40 years. I use this to help myself become a table runner. But like I say, I learned it from something that Willie Mosconi covered, and I thought, well, if it's good enough for Willie Mosconi, it's good enough for Johnny Hansen. And so I developed this system of running, and this made me a lot more precise table runner, okay? So on this particular shot, I have a target. It's going to give me an easy shot on the 7. This is 7 ball. I recommend starting with 7 ball because there's not as many balls on the table. You're not shooting yourself out of a bunch of clusters. And then maybe when you master this, then go up to 9 ball. And then after 9 ball, if you notice, I overrode that. I overrode that by probably about a foot. That is a horrible shot. Yes, I got a shot on the ball, and I probably could make that ball. But that's not the point of this drill. This drill is precision. I told myself on this next shot, do not overroll the ball. It be short of that target, but do not overroll it. That's what I told myself before I shot this next shot. And so, therefore, I'm going to get down in the shot, and I'm going to make sure I don't roll over the top of that target. Okay, so just like that. Yes, I'm short of the target, but I'm not over the target. So I got a real easy shot on the 15. The 15. I make the 15 the 7 because I'm used to 9 ball being the money ball and it's a stripe. So I make the 7 the 15. So that way I've got a stripe from a money ball. Okay. So basically, yeah, just set up your cue, set up your target, and move your target, adjust your target. In other words, you're trying to hit a precise shot. You're trying to make the ball. You're trying to leave your cue ball perfectly where you want to leave it. That's the purpose of this drill. So therefore, you're going to, you notice I hit this. I barely got to the target, and I barely got to the pocket. Now, if I'd have been on top of that target, I would have been in the pocket easily. So I almost missed that shot. So that's not a good shot. I don't care that I made it. Just not a good shot. So I reset the 2 balls up. I make it in my mind I'm going to hit just a little bit firmer, and boom, that's it. So I hope you really enjoy this drill, and I hope this helps your game immensely. Give this drill a try, and I think that if you give it a month, it'll help your game.